Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is section 3.3, angles formed by transversals. Our goal today is to identify angles formed by transversals. They have special names. And then we have some keywords: transversal, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, same side interior angles. We'll learn about all of these today in our lesson. So, what is a transversal? Okay, a transversal is a line that crosses other lines. Right? Doesn't matter how many lines you have. You could have two lines like this, and then you have one line that cuts across it. That is the transversal. We'll put a little T by that. You could have three lines, 1, 2, 3, and have a line that cuts across all of those. That is also a transversal. Your transversal does not have to be vertical. I know I drew both of those that way. This transversal down here, you can see, is actually slanted. And that's perfectly normal. Okay, you can also have something like this that actually kind of creates a triangle form. So these two lines would be maybe your L and your M, and then you can cut both of those like this with a transversal. You could also look at T and L as your two lines, and then M could be your transversal. So there's a lot of leeway in that. All right, so let's look at special angle pairs. Special angle pairs are going to be angle pairs that are formed when you have two lines cut by a transversal. So our first one is corresponding angles. These are angles that are in the same location at each intersection. So if I draw a picture, maybe here's my transversal. I have a line here, I have a line here, here's L and M. Okay. Then corresponding angles would be something like this: angle 1 and angle 2. See, they're both in the upper right corner, so they're in the same location. Or maybe angle 3 right here and angle 4. Again, those are in the same location. Okay. So they have to be on the same side of the transversal, and they have to both be in the same spot. So some examples from the diagram over here, this diagram, you could have angle 1 and angle 5. Okay, or angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, there's actually going to be 4 pairs of corresponding angles from every set of two lines cut by a transversal. Okay, so alternate interior angles. These are angles on alternating sides of the transversal and between the lines. So if you have a line here, we'll call this L and M, cut by a transversal T. Then we're looking at inside the line, so it has to be inside this space. So maybe angle 1 and angle 2 right here. Those would be alternate interior angles. Or we can change it just slightly, and maybe angle 3 and angle 4 right there. Okay, so those, again, alternating sides of the transversal within the two lines. So examples from the diagram over here is what I'm looking at. So angle 4 and angle 5 would work, or angle 3 and angle 6. Okay, a lot of today is simply identifying these pairs, and then we'll take them and apply them and do some more things with them next time. Oh, we're blocking your words there. So we've got alternate exterior angles. Okay, so now the only difference is that instead of being in between the lines, they are outside the two lines. Okay, so again, here's two lines cut by a transversal. So this would be maybe L and M cut by that transversal T. So now we're looking at the exterior, so maybe angle 1 and angle 2 like that. Or angle 3 and angle 4. Okay? Alternating sides of the transversal outside. So if we look at our diagram over here, same kind of system going on, we're looking at angle 1 and angle 8. All right, so angle 1 and angle 8. Those are on alternating sides, and then you have to be to the outside. So 1 and 8, and then 2 and 7. Maybe you already came up with that in your head. I hope so. Same side interior angles. So these are Angles that are on the same side of the transversal and between. Interior is always going to be between the two lines being cut. Between the two lines that are being cut. Okay, so between the two lines that are being cut would look like that. So angles on the same side of the transversal and between the two lines. So again, we'll draw another diagram. I'm going to switch this one a little bit. Let's do a vertical line, or not vertical, but slanted there and there. And now our transversal is going to be sideways. Okay, so there's our transversal T, L, and M. So now we're looking at above versus below, pretty much. So same side interior angles. We need to be between the two lines. So we're looking at something like angle 1 and angle 2 right there. Same side of the transversal, both above, and then inside. So angle 1 and angle 2 there, or angle 3 and angle 4. I hope these color coding is helping you guys. All right, so then if we look at the diagram here, angle 3 and angle 5 would be your same side interior angles, or angle 4 and angle 6. Think about that for a second. Does it make sense? Same side on the interior. Okay, so here is an example in which we're going to just take some random things and name them. Describe the relationship between the angles. When it says describe, essentially what you're going to do is simply name, okay, with the correct name. So on letter A, angle 1 and angle 2, those are, you're looking for two things. Are they inside or outside? So these are on the interior, okay, and they're on alternating sides. We have angle 2, which is on the left, angle 1, which is on the right. So that's going to be alternate interior angles. Okay, we're going to abbreviate alt period int period angle symbol. That's what that looks like, alternate interior angles. How about 3 and 4? So 3 and 4, here's your interior. Those are on the outsides of that. So that's going to be exterior. And they are still on alternating sides. So that's going to be alternate exterior angles. I'm throwing in that abbreviation early. So alt ext angles. Okay. And then letter C, here's our interior again. Look at that. First decide if you're on the interior or the exterior. So this is on the interior. Now those are alternating sides? No, those are on the same side. Okay, so this is going to be, move that over, same side interior, INT for interior, angles. And that would be your abbreviation. Okay. All right, so this is another example. This one's pretty cool because you've got this little car here, so it shows where it's kind of applied. List all pairs of angles that fit the description. So now we're going backwards. So your corresponding angles, remember, those are angles that are in the same location. So find some angles that are in the same location. If I say angle 1, what are you going to say? Angle 5. If I say angle 2, what are you going to say? 2 is over here. If you look at the intersection, it's in the top right. So we need to find something at the other intersection that's in the top right when you look at that intersection. So that would be 6. So angle 2 and angle 6. And then how about angle 3? That's in the bottom left. So bottom left would be 7. And then angle 4 and process of elimination gives us angle 8. Okay. Alternate exterior, do the same thing. So corresponding is always going to be 4 pairs. All of the others are only 2 pairs. So alternate exterior, you should have angle 1 and, put a little line there. Separate that. So angle 1 and, since 1 is up here, top left, let me erase this other stuff. top left for angle 1. So we need opposite sides, so now we need to look at below, so down here and over here to the right, so 8, angle 1 and angle 8. And then another exterior angle would be 3 and angle 6. How about alternate interior? So you're looking at the same kind of process there, but in between. So I'm looking in between these two lines. So that's going to be angle 2 and angle 5, and then angle 4 and angle 7. Same side interior, again, I'm looking in between these two because it says interior. So same side is going to be both below or both above. So if I look at both below, I'm looking at the 4 and the 7 right there. Okay, so angle 4 and angle 7, and then also angle 2 and angle 5. The 4 and the 7 are both below, and the 2 and the 5 are both above. All right, so this is a checkpoint. This is what you would do by yourself. Describe the relationship between the angles. So I would suggest you pause this right now and then try this on your own. Okay? All right, so let's see if you got it right. Describe the relationship between the angles. So 2 and 7, you should have come up with alternate ALT exterior angles. 3 and 5 should be same side interior angles. And then 1 and 5 should be corresponding angles. How'd you do? I hope you did well. One more, another checkpoint. Again, pause this one. Try to do those on your own. So let's check and see if you got them right. Angle 4 and angle 5 should be alternate interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 8 should be corresponding angles. And angle 4 and angle 6 should be same side interior. All right, that concludes our notes for today. I hope you guys did a great job.